Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my video. Like always, peace and blessing. And always check out STAYFIYA and Deal Figure Entertainment. And I say, enough respect to the Google staff them. Many respect to Bing staff them. Many respect to Yahoo staff them. Alright? So remember, it's always love. And I am just an independent person trying to get my name out there. And they take down my album, them offline. I didn't break no rules and break no laws. I just keep doing what I got to do. Now this one right here, for people them that like writing songs, to write a hit song to me can be anything. A hit song can be anything, but it's how you lay the vocals. And when you lay in the vocals, you have to lay like you. Don't lay the vocals like anybody, like somebody else. And when you lay the first vocals, you have to remember that first time you do it, sometimes if you're looking for a good song, don't vocal it right away. That's another trick too. You could take the vote, just do it raw first and go home and listen to it. If you listen how you're going vocally. Like say for example, you go to the studio, right? And you write about 5 songs. You book like 10 hours. You do vocally about 6, 7 songs through the 10 hours, right? You want to do vocals. Don't do the vocals yet. Don't do the ad-libs, I should say. Don't do the ad-libs. Do not do the ad-libs yet. This is one way you could get some hit songs. You go, take them out of the studio, put them in your car, and listen to your voices. Listen how you lay the vocals, because sometimes you might hear your breath breathing. Because sometimes I'm listening to the radio and I'm like, yo, damn, you don't hear that this record, he catching his breath there. No. You're supposed to listen to it clearly first before you vocal it, and then you add the ad-libs. If you professionally like master your own thing, you could do all the songs and say, I don't want to lay the vocals yet down. You listen to yourself first. You understand? That's the way you go put the ad-libs first. You understand? You could do that within that level. You understand? So once you do that level, you could make sure that you must make sure that you balance the vocals that you're laying down and balance out the ad-libs that you're laying down. Understand? And if you come out of the studio and you don't hear the quality, sometimes it's not the musician fault, sometimes it's the studio fault. So you got to watch the studio where you go to and lay the bars down. Understand? That's a level that I could tell anyone that rap and sing. Understand? So, but if you're writing a songs, you must think of a hit song. And stop write songs that's not gonna make hits, man. And if you do violence music and gangster music, make it be real, man. You know what I'm saying? Make it be real, man. People could feel it. Cause remember I said I told you 70% of darkness and 3% of lights, man. Like I 70-30, they claim that the 70% of dark matters make up the whole galaxy, like the Earth. So if you only 30% of that, man, you could hit people with darkness music. You could hit them with that also. But you have to watch the content that you give them. Can it be something that people gonna feel when they hear it? You understand? Because if you listen to like DMX, when you listen to DMX, you could hear DMX giving you darkness. And you can hear, because he's one of my artists. I like how he lay vocals. And then if you listen to the lyrics and the contents them, he talking about war, but he make me like it. You understand? And if you listen to the vocals on that album that he put out, the first one, even the track Damien, listen how he actually put it together. A lot of people listen to the songs and they don't realize that you have to, as an artist, you have to have your own way to do your own ad-libs. You understand? To develop your ad-libs and how to make it get to the level like how you want it. You understand? So this is why I think most artists fail, because they do not know how to lay the ad-libs, and they do not know how to do the records to make other people feel it, and they do not come up with the right content to write a hit song. Because a hit song can be anything. It's just how you lay the vocals to make people feel it. Because a lot of them rush into the studio and do not know the song. I think before you lay a song down, you know the punchline off your head and know the first bars off your head. You understand? Because the first bar, the punchline, and the first bars is what count in the club. Because after when he play the songs in the club, they just playing the first bars, the punchline, and then the first bar. After that, he cut the records and go to another one. On the radio, yeah, he gonna be alright. But what we hear the most, what we hear the sounds most is in our car and in our and on the radio. That's what we hear more. But if you make your first punchline, if you make the punchline catchy and the bars hot, yo, you don't need no more. You could say anything you want in the second bars. And stand on the fourth. And there's a trick in it. Says sometimes the first verse is not the first verse. It's the second verse is the first verse. You understand that? Because this is where you actually get down in the song. So remember, it's again, I must say it's the first verse within the punchline. The first verse of your song is not the first verse. It's the second verse. If you write rhymes, watch what happened with the lyrical content that you comes up with on the second verse. Understand? So right now, I want you below you check out my music. Like always, I got you could download some of my lyrics and check out some of my lyrics, and you could download some of the content that I do. And it's like always, man. And I always remember, man, I'm God of the Kong. You understand? Yeah, I'm God of the writing. Yeah, so get that to the head. And you know, remember Google the research me, and you see where I'm coming from, and you understand the level. All right, peace. Meet